Hello internet viewers, I'm the Fairly Odd Gamer. Even though it's been more than a month, I think it's about time we finish off this year's March show with a good game. So Shadow, what game did you have in store?
Oh, I don't just have a good game. I have arguably the best. Super Mario Odyssey.
Super Mario Odyssey, huh? I'm actually surprised that we're jumping that far ahead into Mario's lifespan. But, okay then. I guess this will have to do. But first, allow us to give you a brief reminder about this game.
Like Sunshine, Super Mario Odyssey was not a launch title for Nintendo Switch, though ironically it was first teased during the Switch announcement video on October 20th, 2016, and it ended up getting released over a year later. But hey, at least we had The Legend of Zelda Breath of the Wild, which was a launch title for the Switch. But when I first saw that trailer back in 2017, oh man, you can't even tell how excited I was about it. The graphics look great, the gameplay felt great, and Mario's cap has eyes? It's possessed!
I distinctly remember how intense the wait for Mario Odyssey felt at the time. Mario games at the time had gotten a bit stale, sticking to a very rigid formula. They weren't bad per se, but fans were starved for another grand adventure on the scale of Super Mario Galaxy. When those trailers dropped and we saw we were in for an open world adventure that totally broke away from all the firmly established Mario cliches we'd gotten used to in the Wii and Wii U days, we were squirming in our seats waiting to play what looked to be Mario's most epic game yet.
It's been 7 years since the release of the console and the game, almost, and the Switch is still Nintendo's latest console to date.
Even though I still have my physical copy of this game since its release, I've never actually played this game until this video. I'm not kidding.
Man, you missed out. This is an awesome one.
With that said, let's put on our Cappy hats, and let's dive in.
In the skies above Peach's castle, both Mario and Bowser, who now looks dapper than ever, are in battle on a flying sailboat for the heart of Princess Peach. But Bowser not only snatches Peach away for the umpteenth time, but also tries Mario's cap in the process, only to be retrieved by a floating magic top hat.
After being defeated by Bowser, Mario gets knocked off the airship and wakes up in a strange new world, the Cat Kingdom, populated entirely by these ghostly hat people called the Bonitors. Cappy explains that his little sister Tiara has also been taken by Bowser, and he teams up with Mario.
So yeah, Cappy is pretty much this game's version of Flood from Sunshine, only much more useful. You can throw Cappy like a boomerang to destroy boxes, as well as remove wooden posts or flyers, and even pull levers. Also, it's recommended to play this game with the Joy-Cons due to motion controls alone. While you can also play this game with a Pro Controller, the motion controls aren't as useful with this, unlike the Joy-Cons.
Though you can still use motion controls with the Pro Controller, which can end up with some hilarious results.
And that, dear viewers, is how Shadowflare handles his meltdowns.
As Mario enters the Top Hat Tower, you're then introduced to what makes this game memorable in the first place, possession. No joke, the first thing Mario ever possesses is a frog. Boy, his frog suit looks better than the last time I saw it. And yes, this is what you'll be doing for most, if not all, of the entire game.
By throwing Cappy at enemies, objects, or NPCs, Mario can capture them, and use their abilities to solve puzzles. The game goes wild with this mechanic. There's tons of characters to possess and try out, each one offering new and different ways to play. It's just fun trying random stuff out.
Eventually he makes it to Top Hat Tower, where we first see a smaller flying sailboat holding, no joke, a colony of Easter bunnies.
Guess some of the rabbits stuck around after Kingdom Battle?
Didn't Mario already have enough with rabbits? The Brutals, as the game calls them, are hired by Bowser as the wedding planners. Yeah, did I mention? Bowser plans to marry Princess Peach.
Oh, so that's what Illumination used for the movie.
After a quick battle with Topper, the Green Brutal, Mario tosses Cappy into this electric wire, which takes him straight to a title card.
Yeah, thanks, Dead Meat. With an electric power line, Mario heads to Cascade Kingdom, a nice looking level with a gorgeous waterfall, chain chomps, and the first of many Power Moons, a long-lost sibling of the Shine Sprites, but have been descended from their great-grandparents, the Power Stars.
The Power Moons are needed to power up this beaten-up ship, the Odyssey, so Mario and Cappy can chase down Bowser. There's tons of them littered throughout every world, though you can get most of the ones you need just by completing the main story missions. In Cascade Kingdom's case, beating Madame Brutal and her pet Gold Chomp.
There are even warp pipes that can even transform Mario into his classic NES self, which is actually replicated beautifully in this game. But back to Brutal, Mario has to remove the hat of the golden chain chomp before possessing it, Then with enough tension, you can launch the gold chain chomp at her, therefore inflicting damage. Doing so 3 times defeats her, letting out a multi-moon, which acts as 3 power moons. However, before moving on, the Odyssey requires a certain amount of power moons to give it enough power for it to move on to another kingdom. And like Super Mario 64, you can get these power moons however and whenever you want to. Thank goodness for that.
The keyword I use to describe Mario Odyssey's world design is free. Yes, there are goals, but how you approach them is entirely up to you. You can collect whatever moons you want, whenever you want, however you want. So every playthrough can't help but feel like a new experience. After collecting enough power moons in the Cascade Kingdom, the Odyssey then has enough fuel to get to the Sand Kingdom. Don't tell me. Well, let me guess. In the words of Anakin Skywalker,
it's coarse and rough and irritating.
And it's covered in ice. Wait, what? It's here we're introduced to these shops. Besides the usual coins, there's also these purple coins to collect. You might be thinking, oh, they brought back the 100 coin star missions like before. Well, not really. With these coins, you can actually purchase new outfits for Mario, a few souvenirs, which I never did, and even a power moon. Oh hey, looks like Mario was trying to join the 3 Caballeros after all. Wait a minute, Mickey was trying to buy Nintendo the whole time!
Once you get to the top of the inverted pyramid, you battle the next brutal, Harriet. She'll attack you with the bombs in her hair and also fly around the area dropping bombs. Just knock them back at her or take her down.
But defeating Harriet somehow causes the inverted pyramid to reveal a small hole underneath. Don't even ask. It leads to an underground temple. Ice physics? Why? But there's only one way to get through this section.
You're gonna turn into a Goomba!
Because Goomba's shoes are immune to ice. Seems only logical, right?
No.
One bullet bill possession later, and Mario fights the next boss, Knuckleotic. Think of him as the son of Andros and Olmec. After one of his hands breaks glass, Mario can possess said hand via Cappy and have it punch Knuckleotic in the face. 3 times.
Why are you hitting yourself? Why are you hitting yourself? Why are you hitting yourself?
After collecting more power moons, we then head off to a fork in the road. Yep, it's here where you decide what kingdom to go to next. Lake Kingdom or Wooded Kingdom?
Which one should I choose?
How about we ask the Magic Conch Shell?
Luckily I have a Magic Conch app on my phone. Oh, Magic Conch Shell. Should I go to Wooden Kingdom next?
No.
The shell has spoken!
Okay then. Lake Kingdom it is!
Looks like the Easter bunnies have arrived.
But Easter's over.
They don't know that. I'm trying to get ahead for next year.
The Lake Kingdom looks so peaceful whether on land or underwater. And hey, you can possess a cheat sheet to breathe underwater longer.
And it's here we find a battle against the next brutal, Rango. And I'm not talking about the Johnny Depp movie.
You basically defeat Rango by throwing Cappy at the flying saucer-like hat that'll turn into a bounce flower from Super Mario RPG and lay on top of Rango's head. So what'll happen after 3 hits?
He's going to die.
And after defeating him and collecting more power moons, we head off to the Wooded Kingdom, which looks remarkably similar to Planet Wisp from Sonic Colors.
Does Mario have to steal more ideas from me?
It's here where you first see a Sphinx that asks you riddles as well as poisonous paint-like goop that Cappy can clean off. You can even possess uproots that extend its knees for higher ground and Sherm tanks. Mario makes it to the Sky Garden, where he has to battle another brutal, this time being Speward, who literally spews out goop, like Petey Piranha from Sunshine. Oh, and the Beanstalk is back! Yay!
After beating Speward, you head to a secret flower garden where you fight the Torque Drift, which you have to beat by possessing an uproot and smashing the glass on the bottom of it.
They travel to the Metro Kingdom as the Odyssey suddenly encounters Bowser's flying ship, which instead leads to the actual next kingdom being the Cloud Kingdom, where you fight Bowser. After possessing his boxing glove hat, you can use it to literally punch out Bowser until he gets knocked out. Nothing less and nothing more. Bowser then blasts Mario and the Odyssey as Bowser makes his escape. Unfortunately, both Mario and the Odyssey end up lost in a lost kingdom via Crash Landing. While there's no boss fight, this kingdom just lets you grab the required amount of power moons, whether by solving puzzles or just finding them in thin air. Oh, and you have to rescue Cappy from a runaway bird. That's it.
After that little diversion, we head to probably the most iconic and memorable kingdom, the Metro Kingdom. It's here where Mario travels to New Donk City, where it's pouring rain.
And Mario traversing through a construction site? I wonder where that came from.
To stop the rain, Mayor Pauline, yes, Pauline from the original Donkey Kong, asks you to destroy the giant Mecha Wiggler wrapped around City Hall. How? With tanks, of course.
Basically, all you do is fire each glowing portion of the body until it explodes.
Here comes the sun.
But before the celebration can commence, Mayor Pauline needs 4 backup musicians for a small musical number. Even though most of you know what it's leading to, it'll all be revealed momentarily. She needs a drummer, a guitarist, a bassist, and a trumpeter.
Dude, we're getting the band back together!
By the way, I love how the band is playing the original World War I theme.
And with the bandmates rounded up, the festival can now start.
In a traditional festival, the majority of the level takes place in a bit while listening to the game's main theme song, Jump Up Superstar, performed by the band that Mario found earlier. And it's remarkably sung by Mayor Pauline, voiced by Kate Higgins. You heard right, Mayor Pauline is voiced by Tails from Sonic Colors through Sonic Lost World. And yes, she even sang the song at the Game Awards that year during the nomination presentation for Game of the Year.
But could you imagine if Tails actually sang this song, but about Sonic instead of Mario? Well, there's only one way to find out.
Play us off, Tails.
Here we go, folks! Here we go, grinding rails. Don't you know we race and spin our tails? But why must he befriend a cop? No more trains, or a crash. Cause you know he'll be there in a flash. You can say my speed is up on top. And we can fly all the way to the sky, higher than that Betty Spy. Dash with me, grab rings with me, oh yeah. So let's all dash on, they all say. Dash on all the way. Dash on and collect those emeralds. But with that Eggman on our side, no need to worry because I'm with you by my side. So let's all dash on really far, far to reach the stars. Although we may have passed Knuckles. And if you look at Sonic Go, he can jump and drop dash his foes. But don't force a switch, or you'll feel a twitch. Oh, let's run at Sonic speed. Sonic speed, yes, see. 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 Sonic speed, Sonic speed.
Way to go, Tails!
And by the way, this place has references everywhere. Besides the band playing the World War I theme as mentioned before, other references include the Jumpman design from the Donkey Kong arcade game, and the street signs being characters from Donkey Kong Country, like Cranky, Diddy, Rambi, Espresso, the list goes on. If we had to list all of them, then we'd be here all day.
The fact that Pauline's here, and the myriad of Donkey Kong references, have led some fans to believe that New Donk is the same city as the original Donkey Kong arcade game. This has only been compounded by Pauline's appearance as the mayor of Brooklyn in the Super Mario Bros. Movie.
Except she's voiced by Jessica DeSico in the movie.
After the festival concludes and we collect some more Power Moons, we depart for the Metro Kingdom and find ourselves at another fork in the road. We can choose either the Snow Kingdom or the Seaside Kingdom.
Oh, you mean that fork in the road?
No.
Well, first off, hi Hux. Second, no, not that fork in the road.
I know what you mean, dudes, but man, the Tails put on a good show today or what?
You're telling me.
Well, Hux, now that you're here, I want to ask you something.
Okay.
Where do you think we should go next? Snow or Seaside?
Seaside, dudes!
That was easy.
Upon arrival in the Seaside Kingdom, you'll find a gigantic French octopus named Mollusque Lanceur drinking the kingdom's beloved sparkle water completely dry. We also find...
I'm out of here!
No!
Get it away! Get it away! Get it away!
I live in here now.
So after that, you have to pop 5 corks out of bottles and launch them at said giant octopus, blocking the sparkle water fountain. Then by possessing a Gushin, you have to spray water-like goop on top of its magma head 3 times, and another time while it's
Once you've sent the squid packing and collected enough power moons, it's time to head to the Snow Kingdom, where you find, well, yes.
It's a cold town.
Clear away some snow to find a hole. Jump in and you'll find yourself in Shiveria Town, where the locals are upset because Bowser's goons blocked off the way to their racetrack. You have to solve 4 puzzles to open the 4 gates. Afterwards, you possess one of the Shiverians and take part in the Bound Bowl Grand Prix. Why am I suddenly thinking of Majora's Mask?
As a Shiverian, you have to bounce your way around a track for 3 laps and win the race to earn a multi-moon.
And I see we have 3 tints from our judges. Still waiting for the Austrian judge.
Cool party.
I have no idea what that means.
Well, gamer, I hope you're ready for an unforgettable luncheon. Kingdom, that is.
You said it! I'm starving! Wait a minute. It's Super Mario World all over again!
Not exactly. Instead of just being named after food, everything in the Luncheon Kingdom is made of food.
Or rather, spicy food at that.
You said it. That lava can cook you to perfection if you're not careful. There's also killer tomatoes which make more lava if you stomp them, so caution is a must here.
However, by possessing a Podoboo, you can actually traverse through this spicy goop as long as you don't touch the surface. But, oh no! The Easter Bunnies strike again!
But Easter's over!
We get it already. And it's spewed again. Same as before, let's move on.
After that, it's time to face off against the Cookatiel, but first you have to lure him down by possessing a giant steak. I love this game.
Oh boy, steak!
Cookatiel will carry you up to his soup bowl where the battle begins. You'll need to possess a Podoboo and climb up the fiery goo that the Cookatiel spits out.
By the way, it's here where I first meet Uncle Amiibo. Yeah, remember when Amiibos were a thing?
Who could forget? Nintendo fans were practically killing each other just to get their hands on them.
And if you have the right Amiibos, then you can just unlock new outfits without having to wait for an eternity. With Bowser, for example, I can now have Mario don his adversary's wedding outfit, shell and all.
After you save the Luncheon Kingdom's bacon, last food fun I swear, we're finally off to Bowser's Kingdom, right?
Wrong! And why, you may ask? Bowser summoned Ridley! But because of Ridley's laser breath, Mario and the Odyssey crash land once again.
And now we've landed in Dark Souls, apparently.
Jeez, when did Mario become the Wreck-It Ralph of video games? Anyway, this leads to a boss battle against Ridley, I mean the Ruined Dragon. All you do is avoid his attacks, use Cappy to yank off the golden keys to remove his golden crown, and ground pound its head. This boss fight gave me so much trouble that I had to sacrifice 50 of my valued coins for an extra life heart, only to finally slay the dragon immediately afterwards.
Okay, now we're headed to Bowser's Kingdom.
Or rather, Bowser's Temple.
Yeah, this time around, Bowser's Castle has a very classical Japanese aesthetic. I dig it. And they still throw new stuff at you. Here, you need to possess these bird enemies called Pokios and use their sharp beaks to climb the walls. And try not to get squished by the stairface ogres.
Or get ambushed by Easter Bunnies. Wait, never mind.
Mario manages to catch up to Bowser, but he escapes and the Brutals have one last trick up their sleeve.
In the form of Robo Brood. After possessing a Pokio, you have to peck at launch bombs and have them roll back to the robot until it falls down. Then you can make your way up and start pecking away until every Brutal is down for the count. Eventually you defeat the Robo Brood as Bowser makes like Tim Curry and tries to escape to the one place that hasn't been corrupted by capitalism.
Space!
But Mario catches up with Bowser in the final kingdom of the game, the Moon Kingdom. An appropriate name.
To get to the church where Bowser's having his wedding, Mario needs to go through this cave and face a gauntlet of puzzles and tough enemies, including Chargin' Chucks from Super Mario World. Now, I can be an annoying jerk.
While also being the equivalent of Tom Brady and tackle through some rolling rocks.
At the end of the cave, you'll find Madame Brutal in her pet shop, eager to fight you again. Take her down in pretty much the same way you did back in Cascade Kingdom, and then it's time to take on Bowser.
Right after crashing the wedding. Jeez, first booster, now this? Why do the weddings involve getting crashed by Mario?
The fight against Bowser here is pretty much the same as in Cloud Kingdom. Bowser's a little tougher this time around, but the overall strategy of stealing his hat and punching him is not much different than before. He does have some new attacks though, like this flaming tail swing and making a bunch of fake hats. Just keep your guard up and you'll be fine.
Eventually defeat Bowser and therefore free Peach from the hands of Bowser.
And that was Super Mario Odyssey for the Nintendo Switch.
It ain't over.
What? How much more is there?
After Mario knocks Bowser into some rocks, the whole cavern starts to crumble, seemingly trapping everyone. Mario now has one option to escape, and that's to possess Bowser.
Okay, not gonna lie, that is freaking awesome.
I know, right?
And look, I can even play as Bowser in the 8-bit sections. How cool is this thing?
Don't forget about the music. Kate Higgins sings another song here called Break Free, Lead the Way. And in my opinion, it's even cooler than Jump Up Superstar.
Seriously, Tails needs its own music label. And with one final spark pylon, Mario, Bowser, and Peach escape, as well as a loving reunion with Cappy and Tiara. That's nice.
Mario and Bowser then argue over Peach, and she tells them she's not interested.
Bowser gets left behind in space, and Mario throws Cappy to the camera, and therefore ending the game.
And by that I'm referring to the main story campaign. Now, on to the post-game!
Mario and Cappy end up in the Mushroom Kingdom at Peach's Castle from Super Mario 64? These callbacks never end, do they?
No.
And the adventure is not over yet, but there are more Power Moons to obtain. At least this game did its best to elevate the Super Mario 64 hub world to another level, even if the castle interior is condensed. But hey, we get to possess Yoshi.
Don't forget about Luigi. A while after release, a bonus mode called Luigi's Balloon World was added. In this mode, you can hide balloons for other players to find, or look for balloons other players have hidden. Depending on the difficulty, you can win a bunch of coins playing these.
And one more thing. If you ever revisit a kingdom, you can find a randomly placed moon rock somewhere in each kingdom. If you find it, then you're immediately granted to every Power Moon location in each kingdom. Unlike 64 or Sunshine, where you need 120 stars or Shine Sprites for full completion, this game requires 880 Power Moons to complete this game, 999 if you want to add the Power Moons from each shop. Do you honestly think we went for full completion in this game?
Absolutely not. There'd be too much for me to cover. Plus, we're already in April.
All that said, what do you think of the overall game?
Well, Shadow, I hate to say this, but this is the best Mario game I've ever played!
I know, right? It's amazing! Super Mario Odyssey is, without a shadow of a doubt, an absolutely perfect 3D Mario game. Everything from the controls to the world design to the graphics to the gameplay is fine-tuned to utter perfection. There's never a dull moment, and every inch of this game is packed with personality and charm. This is my new gold standard for what a new Mario game should be, and an easy contender on the very short list of greatest games ever made. I'm not even exaggerating, it's that good. If you haven't played it yet, you're doing yourself dirty. Go play it right now and see what you've been missing.
What else can I say about this game that hasn't been said already? The graphics are amazing, the gameplay is fantastic, the music is great, though not as memorable as, say, Super Mario Sunshine, and the overall atmosphere is incredible. It basically took elements from Super Mario 64 and Super Mario Sunshine and managed to not only combine the two, but also elevated them to a whole new level. Cappy is amazing as a game mechanic, whether for destroying obstacles or even possessing enemies and objects. It's that good. I feel like this game is a love letter to not only the modern Mario fans, but also the old school Mario fans that grew up with the NES and Super NES games. And this game does not disappoint. And yeah, the health bar feels similar to a certain Mario game that I haven't played yet. While you have infinite lives, it comes with a cost of 10 coins. Ouch. I wouldn't call this game perfect by all means, but I think it still stands out as a classic Mario game. Overall, Super Mario Odyssey is one of the best Mario games I've ever played, and I definitely recommend this game to any newcomer or hardcore Mario fan. Seriously, play this game. It is freaking awesome!
And with that, we finally conclude another Marchio. Definitely bigger than last year, but it was still a fun ride. And thanks Shadowflare for helping me out again.
Anytime, man. Any excuse to talk about Mario, I'll take.
Sounds good to me. Anyway, with that being said... Wait, really? Now? What could he possibly want?
Lucas?
Seth? What are you doing here?
Why did you skip Super Mario Galaxy?
Maybe I should...
You're not going anywhere, sir.
Dang it!
Hey, what gives? I can't move!
Oh, now you've done it, Lucas. Because you skipped Super Mario Galaxy, I'm about to take you to another galaxy. Far, far away.
Okay, you win! But if we're gonna do this, you're gonna have to let us both go so we can prepare.
Very well then.
Thanks.
Thanks for returning my freedom. I'm officially freaked out now.
Just give me some time to change out of this outfit off screen so I can prepare myself for the next review. In the meantime, I'm the Fairly OddGamer, and I wish you all good luck for the rest of your day or night, wherever you are. Take care, everyone.
Wow, can Tails put on a show or what? Anyway, Sonic here to remind you to go support the channel on Patreon. Once you're a member, you'll be given exclusive access to a Discord server, extra bonus features, and your name being seen right next to me, like Luke Jeffers and Scarlet the Hedgehog. Thanks for watching the video, supporting the channel, and hey, I think Tails is ready for an encore. Take it away, Tails!
So let's all dash on, they all say. Dash on all the way. Dash on and collect those emeralds. But with that Eggman on our side, no need to worry because I'm with you by my side. So let's all dash on really far, far to reach the stars. Although we may have passed Knuckles. And if you look at Sonic Go, he can jump and drop dash his foes. But don't force a switch, or you'll feel a twitch. Oh, let's run at Sonic speed. Sonic speed, ESC. 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 Sonic speed, ESC.